Hi, hello. Welcome to another Tuesday night quiz. If you're out there in YouTube land, give us a shout on the chat and we'll see who we've got. Oh, hi, Richard. Missed you, mate. Been away for a couple of weeks. Nice to see you back. All right, kid. Hi, June. Anybody else out there? Excuse me. Hi, Dawn. All good here, Dawn. There's Stacey. Evening, Stacey. What connection again? Well, it was poor last week, but I put that down to the weather. It hasn't been that bad here. I don't know what's it like where you are doing. Just checking to see if Sunderland were playing tonight. But no, there's Stephen there, man. Didn't worried about you, Stephen. I thought Sunderland might have been playing or something, mate. Right. Well, I think that's everybody. And that's good because there's everybody there. I'll just start guys in. I'll not be here for the next 2 weeks. So after tonight, it'll be the 4th of October before the next one. Because we're on holiday. Me and Pauline and our kid and Carol and everybody were all off to Spain. Have a lovely summer. Summer holiday in the autumn. Anyway, subjects tonight. Question 1 is general knowledge. 2 is planets. 3 is pop. 4 is sport. 5 is TV. 6 is literature. 7 is films. 8 is radio. 9 is geography. And 10 is words. Well, that's your subjects for tonight. Excuse me. We'll start with question 1 on general knowledge. First part. Who wrote the book The Guns of Navarone? All right, you got bad weather where you are, Stacey. Just the reception. Question 2. Which 20th century leader was known as Il Duce? That's I-L capital D-U-C-E. Which 20th century leader was known as Il Duce? Question 3. In psychology, what is the opposite of an extrovert? In psychology, what is the opposite of an extrovert? Question 4. Which monkey has a blood factor otherwise found only in human blood? Which monkey has a blood factor otherwise found only in human blood? And question 5. In which city is the Cathedral of Notre Dame? In which city is the Cathedral of Notre Dame? Excuse me. So that's your 5 general knowledge questions. If you're not getting anything, Stacey, just let us know and I'll repeat whatever it is you need repeating. Hopefully everybody else is okay. So we're going to question 2 on planets. All 5 parts. All 5 parts. There are now officially only 8 planets in our solar system, as Pluto has been downgraded to a dwarf planet. So of the remaining 8, Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun. What are the 5 further from the Sun? Of the 8 planets, Earth is the 3rd from the Sun. What are the 5 that are further out than Earth? And that's all 5 parts. If we've got all the answers, send us a little note and then we'll, when everybody's ready, we'll go through the answers. Ha, right, no problem, John. So you missed all the questions on the planets. It was a 5-part question. There's now officially only 8 planets in the solar system, as Pluto has been downgraded to a dwarf planet. Of those 8, Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun. What are the 5 further from the Sun than the Earth? We've got Richard ready, Stephen ready. Stacey ready. June ready. Give Dawn a little bit extra time, obviously. She had a little bit of a disturbance here. So got the question a little bit late. Well, there's Dawn ready. So it's still our Eddie we're waiting for. There's Eddie ready. Okay, general knowledge. Who wrote the book The Guns of Navarone? That was Alistair MacLean. Il Duce was the name given to Benito Mussolini. Psychology, the opposite of an extrovert, is an introvert. A monkey that has a blood factor otherwise found only in human blood is a rhesus monkey. And the Cathedral of Notre Dame is in Paris. Planet Earth is the third planet from the Sun. The five further away are Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. When you got your answers or your scores, send us them through. Richard, 8. Dawn, 10. Cracking start, Dawn. Eddie, 9. Stephen, 9. June, 9. Excuse me. And Stacey, 8. All great scores there. Only 2 points between everybody. We'll go on to question 3 on pop music. Beginning with T. T for Tango. Name the artist or bands whose first top 10 singles were. Begin with T. The artist or bands whose first top 10 singles were. Number 1, Whiskey in the Jar. And that was 1973. Whiskey in the Jar. In 1973. Number 2 was in 1989 top 10. I Don't Want a Lover. By whom? A 1989 top 10 hit. I Don't Want a Lover. By whom? Number 3, a 1974 hit. When Will I See You Again? When Will I See You Again? Number 4, 1998. Here's Where the Story Ends. 1998 top 10 hit. Here's Where the Story Ends. We've got all these artists or bands begin with the letter T. And number 5, 1999 top 10 hit. Why does it always rain on me? Why does it always rain on me? Okay, question 4 is on sport. Sacked managers. Sacked managers. It's football. Surprise news story last week when Thomas Tuchel became the second Premier League manager sacked this season after Scott Parker's dismissal. With all 5 parts, last season, that's the 2021-22 season, there were 10 Premier League managers sacked. Name any 5 of them. Last season, 2021-22, there were 10 Premier League managers sacked. Name 5 of them. It'll be really clever. You can guess all 10. Because I'll give you them all at the end. You don't get any extra points. You only need 5. Just if you like a challenge, Eddie. Stephen. There's a couple I would never have got, mate. I must be honest when I look through the list. Once you see them, you go, oh yeah, remember now, but when you've got all the answers, send us already through. Excuse me. Okay, June's ready. Stacey's ready. Stephen ready. Dawn ready. Richard ready. He's waiting for Steady Eddie. There's Eddie ready. Okay, the answers. Pop music. Bands beginning with a T. Who had a hit with Whiskey in the Jar in 1973 was Thin Lizzy. I Don't Want to Love Her in 1989 was Texas. 1974, When Will I See You Again? That was the 3 Degrees. Here's Where the Story Ends in 1998 was Tintin Out. Great song, actually. And 1999, Why Does It Always Rain on Me? That was Travis. Sport, the sacked managers last season. 10 Premier League managers sacked. You wanted any 5 from Cisco Munoz from Watford, Steve Bruce from Newcastle, Nuno Espirito Santo from Spurs, Daniel Farke from Norwich, Dean Smith from Aston Villa, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer from Man United, Rafa Benitez from Everton, Claudio Ranieri from Watford, Marcelo Bielsa from Leeds, and right at the end of the season, Sean Dyche from Burnley. Any 5 of those gives you maximum points. Any 4 gives you 4, any 3 gives you 3. All that sort of thing. Right, so Stephen scored 8, that's 17. Richard, 7, that's 15. Dawn, great, 9, it's 19. Stacey, another great 9, 17. Eddie, just 7, 16. And June, 3. Oh dear. Hit your Achilles heel again, June. Sorry. Okay, so we've got Dawn out in the lead on 19. Stacey and Stephen closely behind on 17. We're going to question 5, which is TV. This is game show hosts. Game show hosts. Question 1. Who was the Irish presenter who was the first regular host of This Is Your Life? Who was the Irish presenter who was the first regular host of This Is Your Life? Question 2. Which magician hosted the show Every Second Counts? Which magician hosted the show Every Second Counts? Question 3. Which professional poker player hosts the BBC quiz show Only Connect? Which professional poker player hosts the BBC quiz show Only Connect? Excuse me. Question 4. Which BBC newsreader was the original host of Treasure Hunt when Annika Rice was the Sky Runner? Which BBC newsreader was the original host of Treasure Hunt when Annika Rice was the Sky Runner? And question 5. Which 6'4" former male model presented All Star Family Fortunes from 2006 to 2015? Which 6'4" former male model presented All Star Family Fortunes from 2006 to 2015. Excuse me. Okay, question 6 is on literature. Female novelists. Female novelists. I'll give you 5 novels. I'll give you 5 authoresses. Just match up which woman wrote which novel. So the 5 novels are Mansfield Park, Jane Eyre, The Mill on the Floss, Wuthering Heights, and Jamaica Inn. So you've got Mansfield Park, Jane Eyre, The Mill on the Floss, Wuthering Heights, Jamaica Inn. The 5 novelists are Charlotte Bronte, Daphne du Maurier, Emily Bronte, Jane Austen, and George Eliot, whose real name was actually Mary Ann Evans. Under a male name, I think, because it was easier to get published. So you've got Charlotte Bronte, Daphne du Maurier, Emily Bronte, Jane Austen, and George Eliot. Excuse me. When you get all the answers down, send us already. If you want anything repeated, just there's a blast on the chat, and I shall repeat anything you wish. June ready? Richard ready-ish? Stacey ready? Eddie ready? You went last this time, kid. Which means you either knew them or you haven't got a clue and you've just give up. And find out when we get your scores. Dawn ready? and Stephen Reddy. Okay, the TV game show hosts. Excuse me. The Irish presenter was the first regular host of This Is Your Life. It was Eamon Andrews. The magician that hosted Every Second Counts, Paul Daniels. The professional poker player who hosts Only Connect is Victoria Coren Mitchell. He's a professional poker player for quite a while, I believe. The BBC newsreader, who was the original host of Treasure Hunt when Annika Rice was on, that was Kenneth Kendall. Kenneth Kendall. And the former male model presented All-Star Family Fortunes was Vernon Kay. Vernon Kay, married to Testeria, I think. Literature, the female novelists. Mansfield Park, written by Jane Austen. Jane Eyre, Charlotte Bronte. The Mill and the Floss, George Eliot. Wuthering Heights, Emily Bronte. And Jamaica Inn, Daphne du Maurier. When you've got your scores, send them through. Yeah, we know that on a Thursday, don't we, kid? Stacey 7, 24. Stephen 7, 24. Richard 8, 23. Eddie 7, 23. Dawn 7, 26. And June 9, cracking round June 9, pulls you back to 21. We've still got Dawn out in the lead on 26. Stephen and Stacey still hanging on to a shirt tails there on 24. Still plenty time to go. Question 7 is on films. These are actors directing themselves. Actors starring in films and directing themselves. Question 1. Which actor famously directs himself in most of his films, including Annie Hall, Manhattan, and Hannah and Her Sisters? Which actor famously directs himself in most of his films? Films that include Annie Hall, Manhattan, and Hannah and Her Sisters. Excuse me. Question 2. Who directed himself in the 1990 Western Dances with Wolves? Who directed himself in the 1990 Western Dances with Wolves? Three, which actor has directed himself in many films, including $1 Million Baby, The Outlaw Josie Wales, and Play Misty for Me? Which actor has directed himself in many films, including $1 Million Baby, The Outlaw Josie Wales, and Play Misty for Me? Question 4. Who directed himself in the films The Cable Guy, Zoolander, and Tropic Thunder? Who directed himself in the films The Cable Guy, Zoolander, and Tropic Thunder? Five. Who directed himself in the films Heaven Can Wait, Reds, and Dick Tracy? Who directed himself in the films Heaven Can Wait, Reds, and Dick Tracy? Excuse me. Question 8 is on radio. There's only been 5 regular presenters of Desert Island Discs. Name them, but I'll give you their initials. Okay, give them their initials. Give them the 5 regular presenters of Desert Island Discs. First one is RP, Romeo Papa. RP. Second one, MP, as in Member of Parliament. It wasn't, but that's what it stands. MP. Mike Popper. Three, SL. It's Sierra Lima. SL. Number 4, KY. It's Kilo Yankee. KY. And 5, LL. That's Lima Lima. LL. With RP, MP, SL, KY, LL. 5 people who have regularly presented Desert Island Discs over the years. And when you've got your answers down, send us a ready. Stacey, ready? June, ready? Dawn, ready? Richard, ready? Ready? Excuse me. There's Stephen. Okay, the films. Actors directing themselves. Who directed himself in Annie Hall, Manhattan, and all that. Look, that's Woody Allen. Who directed himself in Dances with Wolves was Kevin Costner. $1 Million Baby, The Outlaw Josie Wills, Play Misty for Me, Clint Eastwood. Cable Guy, Zoolander, and Tropic Thunder, that was Ben Stiller. And who directed himself in Heaven Can Wait, Reds, and Dick Tracy, that was Warren Beatty. Warren Beatty. Excuse me. Radio, the 5 regular presenters of Desert Island Discs. RP, the very first one was Roy Plumley, who was then succeeded by Michael Parkinson, MP. Then SL, Sue Lawley. Then KY, Kirsty Young. And the current incumbent, LL, is Lauren Laverne. Lauren Laverne. You've got your scores, send them through. Eddie, 8 is 31. Stephen, 7 is 31. Stacy, 8 is 32. Richard, 7 is 30. Dawn, 8 is 34. June, cracking 9, gives you 30. Everybody's in the 30s. There's only 4 points between the lorries. Dawn out in the lead on 34. Excuse me. Last 2 questions. Question 9 on geography. Lakes. Lakes. 1 to 5. All 5 parts. Name the 5 Great Lakes of North America. Pure and simple. Name the 5 Great Lakes of North America. Question 10 is on words. Ooze. Ooze. All the answers contain a double O. All the answers contain a double O. Question 1. The type of food made from unleavened dough, which is rolled flat and cut, stretched, or extruded into long strips or strings. The staple food of China. Contains a double O. Type of food made from unleavened dough, which is rolled flat and cut, stretched, or extruded into long strips or strings. Excuse me. It is a staple food of China. Question 2. The title of a 1982 film in which Dustin Hoffman plays both Michael Dorsey, an out-of-work actor, and Dorothy Michaels, a working actress on a daytime TV drama. Title of a 1982 film in which Dustin Hoffman plays both Michael Dorsey, an out-of-work actor, and Dorothy Michaels, a working actress on a daytime TV drama. Question 3. Surname of Henry, an English conductor best known for his association with London's annual series of promenade concerts. Surname of Henry, an English conductor best known for his association with London's annual series of promenade concerts. We get these all contain double O. Question 4. The term for a low-wage labourer, typically of Indian or Chinese descent. The term for a low-wage labourer, typically of Indian or Chinese descent. And question 5, the last question of the night. The 1982 top 5 hit for Fat Larry's Band. The 1982 top 5 hit for Fat Larry's Band. When you've got all the answers down, senders are ready. When everybody's ready, we'll go through the final answers and the final scores. Oh, Stacey ready, Stephen ready, June ready, Dawn ready. Richard ready. June ready twice. There's Eddie ready. Okay, geography. The 5 Great Lakes of North America are Erie, Huron, Michigan, Ontario, Superior. Excuse me. Erie, Huron, Michigan, Ontario, Superior. Ooze, words, double O, type of food made from unleavened dough, rolled, flat cut, etc. All that lot is noodles. 1982 film in which Dustin Hoffman played both Michael Dorsey and Dorothy Michaels. That was Tootsie. Surname of Henry, the English conductor, best known for his association with the Proms. It's Henry Wood. Term for a low-wage labourer, typically of Indian or Chinese descent, is a coolie. C-O-O-L-I-E, a coolie. And the 1982 top 5 hit for Fat Larry's Band was Zoom. Henry the Hoover. He's a different kettle of fish altogether, that one, Richard. Okay, when you get your final scores, send them through. Eddie 9 gives you 40. Stacey 7 gives you 39. Richard 6 gives you 36. Dawn 9 gives you 43. June 10, cracking last round, June, gives you 40. And Stephen 8 gives you 39. Cracking scores here, but Dawn with a 9 out of 10 again. Kept our average up all the way through and wins on 43 points. Then got 2 40s with Eddie and June. Tremendous recovery from June there. And then we've got Stacey and Stephen on 39 and Richard on 36. Magnanimous in defeat, Richard. I like to see it. I like to see it. Thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. As I say, there'll be a fortnight miss. We'll be back on the 4th of October. I've no doubt I will enjoy my holiday. Thanks, Stacey and June. Okay, thanks very much, everybody. Look after yourselves. Good night.